Motivation and emotions, you're watching this because you scored a little low in this section. So let's have a conversation, all right? Now, a lot of you guys, brothers and sisters who are watching this, definitely have blamed motivation, willpower, a lack of something, definitely a lack of motivation and willpower, for the reasons as to why you're not able to see the results or see through your health journey. I'm going to tell you here that that's part of the reason. But another place that you have to look that you've never looked before is your past, your upbringing, and your emotions. These are the very things that are holding you back from actualizing those goals that you have of getting in the best shape of your life, being the father you want to be, being the mother you want to be, etc. Let's dig deep into why, the root cause as to why you're always being held back on your health and fitness journey. Let's start with the cultural programming that you and I have been brought up with. This doesn't just leave you just because you've signed up to a gym. The way you think about food, portion control probably isn't something that you were ever even shown how to do. Eat less, control how much you're eating. You were probably encouraged and told to eat more. If you were bigger on the puffier side, maybe you were classed as healthy. And if you lost a little bit of weight, people would look at you funnily and go, what's wrong with you? Why are you not eating? Right? Those habits, those emotions you have towards food, those emotions you have towards gymming and activity all stay with you up to now and are affecting every single decision that you make every single day in your own home. So that's cultural upbringing affecting your everyday decision making. But how do your past experiences affect your motivation today? Let's talk about that. Because look, the truth is, if you have dieted in the past and failed, you've joined a gym membership ran stale, did nothing with it, failed, you will begin to tell yourself this story that you are a failure and that you can't do things. So every time you approach the start of a health journey, in your mind, subconsciously, you've already told yourself a story that you believe, and essentially you failed before you even started. So it's important to address those past experiences and maybe build on that by learning from those. And that's how you build a new, fresh health journey that doesn't or isn't decided by your past experiences. Okay, so far we've talked about cultural upbringing, past experiences. Now let's talk about emotional triggers, or just triggers that mean you fall off track. It could be, oh, Bilal, I went on a 2-week holiday and since coming back, I can't find my focus. Happens very regularly with my clients. It could be stress at work. So then you've had a meal out and that meal out just leads into another meal out, and then you not wanting to go to the gym, not feeling motivated, whatever else. It could be a stressful situation, a family issue. It could be a bunch of things that mean you fall off track. You need to understand what that could be for you. If you don't, it will always come and blindside you and punch you right in the side of the head. And every single time you'll fall off track, you'll fail, you'll fall off completely. And then you wonder why I can't keep up with this. I can't stick to my goals. And that links back to my second point about your previous experiences deciding your motivation levels and your ability to stay consistent. So learn about your triggers. What throws you off track? Trust me, this will change your entire health journey and the way you approach it. The final thing I want to talk about here in this section when it comes to motivation and emotions is, why are you wanting to do this? You may have never asked yourself that question on a deeper level or said it to yourself, written it down, never. And if you think about that, it's quite strange, right? For something to be so meaningful to you, like, Bilal, I just want to feel better in my skin. Bilal, I want to be able to wear clothes that I once used to wear and feel confident in again. But I want to play with my kids. I want to be able to run around my boys or play with them in the park without my knees falling off or my lower back giving out. Those are reasons that are deep enough. But if you haven't thought about it or meditated on it longer than 2 minutes, bro and sis, you're not going to last very long on any journey. You know why? Because every journey is going to come with these ups and downs. And so what happens when a hurdle slaps you bang in the face? Do those reasons that you've never even thought about just dissolve? Well, for you, they might, because you never thought about them. But if you had an anchor strong enough to hold you in those moments, and this isn't hocus pocus motivation, it will be hard. Mark my words. It will be hard even in those moments. But, and this is the big but, it will be easier in the sense of getting back on track, which is massive. So think about this. Why do you want to let go of those cultural upbringings? What's the motivation to do the deep inner work? Why would you want to understand how you failed in the past and not to repeat those patterns again? Well, those are reasons deeper than just, I want to lose weight. It's important. You want to lose weight, fantastic. But think about it on a deeper level. So let's be very real here. You are watching this video because your mindset and your emotions need some work. The truth is, up to now, you've been focusing on quick fix after quick fix after quick fix. What supplement's going to do this for my energy? What hard work can I avoid to get the results that I want to get? What about those old habits, those cultural references? Oh no, my previous experiences, I've failed too many times, Bilal. You've just been looking for the quick fix after quick fix. And now you're here recognizing that that can last no longer if you want to make changes. And of course, that's why you're here, right? Because you're serious enough to want to make long-lasting change, lose the weight, be able to play with your kids. These motivations run so deep. Now, in order for you to do that, you must rewire your thoughts. You must reframe how you think about food and health just in general. You must move away from those cultural habits that are subconsciously chaining and holding you back. You must move away and kind of almost flush those past experiences and understand you just weren't in the right mindset. You know, you didn't have the knowledge, you were a little bit immature, and now you're approaching it differently. You're playing the long game. So if that's the case, lock in, find out your why, and put in the deep work.